What's happening? I had a question that asked me, what's some processes I can create that can reduce the amount of work that I do? That's what we're going over today. Processes that you can create to really save time on your business. So stay tuned. This is Small Town Entrepreneurs Podcast. And just like today's question, you too can ask me any question that you have about your business, anything that you are looking to improve, anything that you've not found out there. You maybe looked over some videos and podcasts and it's just not answering that one question. Let me know, what are you struggling with, or let me know what you're looking to learn or improve for your business. Just go to smalltownentrepreneurs.com. Let me know what questions you have and I will answer those. Let's get it. What's going on? I want to thank you for being here today. I'm excited to be here answering your questions. Like I said, go to smalltownentrepreneurs.com, click on that contact tab, and let me know what questions you have about your business. And you can keep in touch and let me see what's going on with your business. Let me see you flexing out there and see what you got going on. You can do that by following me on the Instagram. Just go to Instagram, type in Kendall Hillis, KENDALLHILLIS. Everything will be in the description. Also, I got some new downloads for you. If you're looking on how to really get some growth for your business and get more eyes and grow your awareness, I got a free guide for you on how to write yourself a press release. You can go there on smalltownentrepreneurs.com and get this, along with a lot of other free downloads for you. Lots of free downloads and guides for you. Just go to smalltownentrepreneurs.com. You'll see the free guides up top and click that and choose your guide. I try to create some gifts for you guys that you guys can actually use and get some value from. So check it out. And if you're just a boss and you feel like taking it to the next level and making me very happy, I would love a rating or a review and just share the podcast. That's all I'm asking. Let's get this thing going. Let's get this thing growing and get some more questions coming in that maybe you're going to run into in the future, or maybe you just aren't able to figure out. That's the question that you had as well, and somebody else just asked it. It's great to have a community, so consider just throwing in a positive review or rating on the podcast and sharing it with other entrepreneurs that you know. Let's get right into this, though. Thank you for being here. Step one, we're not even going to take no time. This is Small Town Entrepreneurs Podcast. You know I'm always trying to get them actionable tips. Ain't nothing changed. So first step is to just map out everything that needs to be done. You want to map out all the things that need to be done. Now, what this looks like for me, consider you want to add in all the steps and tasks and kind of, we've already talked about how to get more stuff done by batching your content. So write down everything that you're doing throughout your days and see what needs to be weekly, what needs to be daily, what needs to be monthly, set everything up in order of importance. We're going to get to that, but write down everything and the steps. So learn how to batch things into one topic. So what this looks like for me, just to give you an example, I got to give you an example so you can understand this. So rather than like when I started, you're going to improve as you go. Trust me, you will improve as you go. This was all spread out when I began, and I got it organized for myself in the business. So I got a folder called podcast task, and I use TickTick for my task manager app. So in podcast task, I have create thumbnails after I have decided on my topics, set up for my hosting site. So that's add in the description, find the keywords, and title and description. That's a task in its own. And the next is record the podcast. And then, of course, the next is edit. So create if you have something like blog, maybe you do YouTube, or you might do a podcast or a blog, get everything that's related to each other, kind of picture it being in a folder of its own. And then you can for me, on a Tuesday, every 2 Tuesdays, I may record a podcast. And then every Wednesday is the editing day, set it up like that to where I'm really getting more done and really being efficient and knocking out more tasks and being more productive that way and eliminating, I'm saving energy. I'm able to retain my focus longer by not spreading out on all these different types of tasks. It's focused on getting more done. So that way I'm not having to keep coming and doing it, I'm able to, do stuff bi-weekly or monthly and stuff now. And it's just doing it like that, you create higher quality content and you get more done. So you want to map out your process, and to implement this, you could, get in Evernote, get on Docs, get on a piece of paper, whatever, a post-it note, and just write down your task and then the steps within that. That's the first thing is just you want to map everything out. The next thing is reduce the number. This is step 2. You want to reduce the number of steps within your workflow. How do you do this? You might be asking. You want to count the number of steps in the flow of that task so you know how many you started with. Set a rough target for reducing the number of steps. So you might say, well, I want to get this done in 5 steps or something like that. You might set yourself a rough target that you're aiming on how many steps you want to do for this task or this process. And when I was doing the research for this now, the data showed that you can expect a 30 to 50% reduction typically when you do this. You will find, a lot of steps that exist within the workflow that are not necessary. They're not needed to be there. And I had to do this so many times. So remove any unnecessary tasks within your workflow. Get those steps that aren't needed out of there. That's step 2. Step 3, make sure that you take action on this too, because you might just be listening to this and let it kind of be a song to you while you're working out or driving or working even, whatever it may be. But if you don't take action on this, you're going to keep having to tune in to productivity podcasts and YouTube videos. And I don't want you to have to do that. I want you to have to not do that. I don't want you to have to keep tuning in and listening. I want you to take action on this. It's easy. This is the simple, quick guide. I'm not trying to be here all day for you. I'm trying to just lay it down plain and simple and straight up how it is and not fluff it for you. So please take action on this because, it's going to help you. It helped me out a lot. That's why I'm stressing it. And I know it's going to help you if you do this. So don't overlook it. It is pretty important. Even though it can sound easy and simple, just make sure that you're doing these things. Those simple things, we often think it's so simple that we don't even take action and do them, But I want you to be able to experience what it is that you're aiming for and not just keep re-experiencing something that you don't want within your life. So please take action on this. And like I said, if you do find value in this, I would love for you to drop a rating or a review. And that's all I'm asking. I love to see when I get a good rating or review, or even a bad one, whatever. But it's helping us get some growth, and some awesome questions are coming in. And a lot of people are struggling with this productivity stuff. And I think it's just FOMO, fear of missing out, shiny object syndrome. People are just looking at all these tips. This is the basis of it all. This is what works. Let's get into this third step. Is combine steps into task. In addition to you just got done mapping out and removing steps from the workflow entirely, there's a likely opportunity that we can consolidate similar steps together. So tasks that are similar, we can put those together. It's going to help us remove clutter from the workflow and simplify the process. And that's going to make outsourcing and delegating tasks a lot easier whenever we have to communicate that. And it's going to make it a lot easier for ourselves. So combine steps in the task, and let's consolidate those and get that fluff out of there. Next tip is to give each task a clear definition of complete. And since you'll be delegating, if you do delegate, or maybe you're scheduling the dates that you want to do this, you need to literally write out your expectations that you have for yourself. So you want everything to kind of be automatic. So I recommend using an app that has recurring tasks as a feature within that app. But since you'll be creating that for yourself, you need to literally write out your expectations that you have for this. So what does done look like, and how much time are you looking to spend on this? Start time blocking yourself within this process. Now, it's going to give you a chance to clearly communicate and define any expectations or any obstacles or anything that you just had in the way that maybe you see, oh, that's why I wasn't having luck with this, because this other task was getting in the way, or something like that. Is often at the times what's preventing us from really taking off whenever we are doing, we're grinding, putting our head down and doing the work. We got to take our time and step back and create these systems for ourselves and take time to do this. So it's going to help us to find any obstacles that may have been preventing us that we didn't even see. So make sure that you clearly lay out any expectations that you have for each task, how much time you're looking to spend on it, what day and how often, weekly, monthly, daily, hourly, how often and how long are you looking to spend on these tasks? You want to get that figured out for yourself. And then plan when each task needs to be completed. That's the next step. So at this point, you want to review every task and think about the due date, because you can realistically work backwards to understand, when you need to create and start the project. So you might ask yourself, how many days before I publish this or create this does the last task in my workflow or task app need to be done? Does this need to be done in 1 day, 1 week, a month? And from there, you're going to determine how many days before you publish any other task or start any other task does it need to be complete. So maybe you're writing a blog. Well, you need to have a day where you research your topics before the blog it needs to be written, right? You don't want to do all that in 1 day. So you might take a day where you search for topics. Next day you might, script out your outline, whatever it may be. And then the third day it might be blog writing day. So you want to plan when each task needs to be done so everything's flowing together and being optimal and efficient as much as it can be. Now, some extra tips that I want to go over to help you out with saving time within your business is you want to have yourself, obviously, goals. Now, you want to have your goals that you have for your business for long term. And then I recommend writing goals 5 years, your 5 year in advance goals. So where do you want to be in 5 years within your business? Where do you want your business to be? What are your 5 year from now business goals? Write those down. Now, create your yearly goals. Those yearly goals should be getting you to the 5 year goals. Then monthly goals, you should have monthly goals that are getting you to your yearly goals, which the yearly goals are getting you to your 5 year goals. And then break those monthly goals into daily goals that are getting you to the monthly goals, that are getting you to the yearly goals, that are getting you to the 5 year goals. You understand what I'm saying? So everything's flowing and working together. Everything's just kind of flowing together. Figure out when you want to accomplish each item on your list. Make sure that you get it completely figured out so you know whether you need help, supplies you'll need, and you have everything set up for yourself. So you see, okay, tomorrow is recording day for the video. So tonight would be a great idea for me to get the bag ready, charge up the batteries, have everything on the go. If you got anybody that you're working with, you got a duo channel, you hit your buddy up and make sure that they know what's up. Make sure that you have everything set up and ready to go. And you want to prioritize your tasks that you are doing by importance. It's inevitable that you cut items off the to-do list that are not necessary and that are not getting you to the goals that you have set. You want to prioritize the goals. Number one, those goals that you are doing should be getting you to where it is that you want to go. And if they're not, then do not be doing them. It's that easy. It's hard to do and think about it sometimes, but if you're even kind of questioning about it and you know it's in the back of your mind that it's not getting you there, then let's cut that out, okay? Let's just try it. Let's just try it and see what happens. But I promise you, when you do, you're going to see some positive results. You also want to, when it comes to prioritize things by urgency. Like, when is something due? Is something due tomorrow? Is it due next week? Prioritize tasks by urgency. Break down your larger tasks. Now, make sure that I recommend time blocking. Tracking your time and creating a time block for the amount of time that you'll want to spend on each task. And be realistic when doing so. Don't expect that you're going to get everything done in an hour. You're not going to record a podcast in 20 minutes and get it edited in 2 minutes, Be realistic and time block the task out. And set deadlines for yourself. Schedule breaks. You can use the Pomodoro timer, which I've talked about in previous episodes. But schedule breaks. Every 30 minutes, take you a 3-minute break. That's what I do. You can, whatever suits you. But every 30 minutes is me taking a 3-minute break, and then every hour and a half I take a 10-minute break. So that's how I work. And I got a little timer that keeps me focused and on the go. Schedule time also for your distractions, for your social media, whatever it is that you have for yourself as a distraction. Schedule time. Now, I don't recommend scheduling no more than 30 minutes in your workday to distractions, but do schedule yourself at least 30 minutes to pay attention to your distractions throughout the day. So that way you get out the system. If it bothers you, it really doesn't bother me, but I know a lot of people do. I'm pretty dead ass focused when it comes to what I'm doing, but I know a lot of people do suffer from distractions and try to figure out ways how to avoid those. So schedule time for distractions if that is something that's bothering you. Also, batch tasks. We've already talked about that. I did a whole episode on batch tasks, so you can check that out but it helps you get a lot of things done, knock it out, and create higher quality work. So definitely batch your tasks. And don't stress over unimportant details. If something doesn't have that impact on your business, then don't stress about it. It's a time waster. Create yourself some good habits, quickly getting things done as quality and efficient as possible. Eliminate the non-needed tasks that aren't getting you to the goals. We should be working on getting the fluff out of our business every day till we're just running the new tasks that we're having to do, new problems. So let's get these extra tasks out the way and stick to one. When you create yourself a list or a routine, stick to it. So make sure that you take the time to create it in the first place, so you're not having to be like, well, this freaking sucks. Make sure that it doesn't suck. You take time on it and you make it good, and you're not changing up on it. You're sticking to it. I also recommend that you take time, 30 minutes daily, for yourself. And what I mean when I say this is take some time to read over your goals that you have, your 5-year goals, your definite chief aim, if you have one. Read over your goals that you have every day. Take time to sit there and visualize life whenever you achieve those goals. How is life going to be? Visualize that. Sit there in peace and quiet and visualize that using your senses. How you might be down on the beach working and grinding or whatever. You might be on the beach on the laptop, or you might be on the beach not working at all, but you smelling that beach. You got that beach smell. Or maybe you're in the mountains. Picture that. Picture, going out for a hike and you're leaning up on a tree. You just got through going on a long run, whatever it may be. Spend time visualizing that, and then do you like a little 10-minute exercise. So it's my 3 10s. I like to do 10 minutes on the goals and reading over those, 10 minutes on visualization, visualizing life once I achieve my goals, and then a 10-minute little quick exercise. I'll exercise more in the day, but when I do my 3 10s, I do all that together, and it just helps me perform better, I feel like, during the day. So try it out, and it's going to help you stay on task, stay focused, and stay on the grind of what's really necessary and important for you and your business. So with that being said, thank you for being here today. Do not forget, I got some free guides for you to check out and download. SEO tips. We got how to design your website, how to reach out and get a press release. We got your press release template for you. I'm trying to give you guys and create good guides that you can download that can help you out based on the questions that are most coming in. And I got those created for you. So definitely do not forget about those. Check those out. And thank you for being here. You already know. Take action on this. Apply this. Let's get it done. And let's save some time throughout our day and focus on what really matters. So keep out hustling, keep outperforming. Let me know what questions you have for your business. What are you looking to improve and learn? What are you struggling with? Are you facing any obstacles? Let's get you over those. Let's get those solutions out there to you and get you on the right track to achieving the goals that you have set for yourself. Until next time, peace out. Keep out hustling. Keep outperforming.